This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
I don't have it in me anymore. You know what I mean? And what I was hoping for this year was that this Dolphins team was actually going to be different. They were actually going to be one of the higher seeds in the playoffs because I'm going to stay consistent. I've always been consistent with you guys. And I've said this over the last couple of years, because it's kind of something that I've inherited the last couple of years. Those teams at the back end of the playoffs, they don't mean anything anymore. They really don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. The 6 and the 7 seeds don't deserve to be in the playoffs. They're just doing it in the NFL for money. They're doing it so they can create more interest in the league. They're doing it so they can sucker more fans to staying into the game and paying money for the games, to watch them, to attend them, to buy shirts, hats, all that stuff. It's genius. But in the end, those teams really rarely nowadays are really going to make an impact and go all the way. There are examples in the past of wild card teams, but it's rare nowadays. Those teams, because of the parity in the league and the way things are, by the time you get to the playoffs, the back end of the playoff teams they're mediocre too. And that's what the Dolphins are. So if they happen to sneak in that 7 spot this next week, they're nothing. They're not going to do shit in the playoffs. So it's hard for me. I mean, at this point, if you're going to try to talk yourself up to something that's unrealistic, you're just, remember what I tell you all the time, that sometimes we put unrealistic expectations on people or teams, and then when they don't meet our unrealistic expectations, we're mad at them. And that's what's gone on with the defense. Some of you have expectations. I have none. None. And since I have none, guess what? Because they keep you in games, I'm amazed. Because you have incredible expectations. You think they suck. And they should be way better when they're playing with Keanu Crossan. Come on, man. Give me a break. So this is why I'm done. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass and try to talk you into something that's not going to happen. This team is not good. That's all. It's not the team we were watching earlier in the season. They're not playing with the same kind of confidence, and they're not playing with the quarterback, which is the most important part, as you can see now, right? Because that's the other thing that I think we kind of put to bed already, right? What happened to all the Skylar Thompson? He's the real starter on the Dolphins. What happened to Teddy Bridgewater is going to take the job from Tua Tagovailoa. The only reason those guys are ever going to play, it's because Tua gets injured, not because they could ever even come close to being the passer that he is. So you see the incredible drop-off. And then don't be disappointed in Skylar. If you're disappointed in Skylar, that's your fault. You put expectations on Skylar that he does not deserve. If you're disappointed in Teddy Bridgewater, that's your fault. Not mine. That's your fault. You have unrealistic expectations about Teddy Bridgewater, who's just a guy. Fantastic human being. As a quarterback, he's a jag. He's always been a jag. He's never been anything but a jag. But he's from Miami, just like the white kid in New York. Same thing. Oh, Mike White. Oh, Mike White. Oh, Mike White. Mike White ain't shit, bro. He's just a jag. But again, he's from Miami. So, we just get into this stupid shit with, oh my God, and the other one, Lamar Jackson, another guy that can't pass, can't hit the ocean if he's standing in front of it. And you got idiots that want to actually make a move for Lamar Jackson and change the entire offense. A guy that pees in his pants every single time he has to face a real quarterback on the other side. Because then when he has to actually use his arm on a consistent basis, he shits his pants. So stop putting unrealistic expectations on things that really aren't that good. That's all. Now, turning that around, those of you that didn't have expectations for the Dolphins, you were right. Those of us that had better expectations for them, we're wrong. We put unrealistic expectations on a rookie coach. You know, the team, all the injuries that none of us can control any of that shit. But, you know, what are you going to do? But it's rough, man. This is just, it's just one of those where, it's just one of those where we got to like really, really like get it going, you know, and figure this stuff out. But it's rough, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Life right now in Dolphin land is just normal. Unfortunately, we thought maybe this year it would not be normal. It would be something completely to the norm, and they were actually going to get back to being a good and respectable franchise. And anything and everything that could go wrong for the Miami Dolphins has gone wrong for the Miami Dolphins. You know, and that's the sad part about it, man.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.